Okay, so if we were to take something like this, so a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b multiplied by a plus b. So what we want to try and figure out is, what does this look like visually if we were to look at this? So a really easy way to think about it is a squared is just a square with length a. So for example, we could take this shape that we have here, and let's say we can let this from here to here. That's a. Okay, so therefore, if we go from top to bottom, I'm just trying to save myself a little bit of time. So this length from here to here is also a as well. So the whole square would be what's known as a squared. So this whole shape, including this blue part down here, is a squared. Okay, so that represents this first bit here. So b squared then could be represented by, so this smaller shape, which is b squared, and it's just this shape. So again, b squared is just going to be, so this is going to be from here to here is b, and from here to here is b. Is b as well. So what we want to see is, so we can understand the first part. So basically a squared minus b squared is just a bigger square which has dimensions a, and then we have, and within that square we're taking away a smaller square which has dimensions b. So that's fairly straightforward and fairly easy to recognize. So we can just, if we have a look at this, then we can just look at it like this. So that's essentially, this is essentially what this part of the term is telling us, or this part of our expression here. It's represented, and maybe I should do that in red. So this here represents the red portion of the visual that we're looking at here. So it's a squared minus b squared, and that's what it looks like. It looks something like this, a square with a corner taken out of it of dimensions b squared. Now, what we want to try and figure out is, how can we see these parts here? So let's start to have a look at that. So a minus b, can we find that anywhere within this shape here? If I do it in a different color, so we'll try this purple. So a minus b. So where do we have a minus b? Well, if we think about, so this dimension from here to here, what dimension is that? So that's actually, so it's the full dimension. So if you take, so from here to go right to the end, okay, that's a. So then this, from here, let's say if you're to go from here to here, that's b. That's the dimension b, that's the square that we've taken off. So then what's this purple part then here? So this purple part is what's known as, so it's the dimension a, but subtracting the piece that's been cut out, which is b. So this here then is a minus b. So from here to here. Now we can also say the same thing as well. So from here, So from this top part down to here, that section there as well is also a minus b. So that's okay. So we can actually figure out where a minus b is. Now the question is, where do we get this? Where do we get this piece from? Where does that come from? So can we see that anywhere here on our graph? Now, what we need to do in order to be able to see this is we just need to do a little bit of chopping up of our. So what we can do then is if we take, so imagine we take this piece here and we were to cut this off like so. Okay, so we're to cut this off like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove this piece up here. So we know that this is A, so I'm just going to break this out of the way. So what we do is if we cut this off, we'll just start from here. So roughly speaking. So imagine we cut this section off like so. So we cut this off. So this is dimensions B along the bottom and it's dimensions A minus B. And then if we rotate this round like so, and then if we stick this onto the top here, okay, so it should fit on there. So we stick that onto the top here like so. And now, what we actually have here now is we have a new dimension. So remember, so from here, so let's just draw this here. So from here, so what's this dimension here? So we remember that this is going to be B. So therefore, and this dimension from here all the way down to here is dimension A. So what's this new, when we add these two pieces together, what's this new piece? So this is, so the full length then, so if you were to take this full length from so let's maybe use let's use a straight line. So this full length then from here right down to here, this is going to be so from here to here, this new piece, this is going to be A plus B. And all we're saying is that if we think about the shape that we started off with, A squared minus B squared, so remember you have a big square with A inside it, and you're subtracting this smaller square from it. We're saying that this is equal to the area of this. So basically it's equal to A minus B. So this is where the A minus B comes from here to here, multiplied by A plus B, which is equal to this when you rearrange it and switch and attach this piece on. So this is A plus B. So the area of this, so if you like, this here is the area of the rectangle that's formed when you take the two pieces and you add them together. And that's where this comes from. When we talk about the this guy here, this is what it looks like visually when you work it out. So hopefully that makes sense, and it just gives you a little bit more intuition in relation to the maths and what this visually looks like when you work with it. Okay, thank you for listening.